It is not even necessary to mention how enigmatic the CIA can be at times. Classified files, secret files, hidden experiments. We can find everything if we investigate its history. But in the midst of all this mystery, there is a story that has remained hidden for decades. It is a clandestine project aimed at exploring the limits of the human mind and revealing the secrets of the spiritual realm. However, what the CIA discovered was much deeper and more surprising than they could have ever imagined. In this video, we will delve into the shadows of the underground to unearth the truth behind this top-secret project. We will discover the methods and techniques used by the CIA to try to reach the spiritual realm, and what they found in their search was something that defies all human understanding. Stay until the end, and get ready to reveal once and for all one of the CIA's most incredible secrets. The Gateway Process is a training system developed by Robert Monroe in collaboration with the CIA. This method focuses on consciously manipulating the mind and body to achieve elevated states of consciousness and access spiritual dimensions. But to understand this process, we must first know its origin. Robert Monroe was a pioneer in the exploration of out-of-body experiences, OBEs, and altered states of consciousness. In the 1970s, Monroe founded the Monroe Institute, where he developed various techniques to achieve these states in a safe and controlled manner. The Gateway Process is one of his most notable creations, and it caught the attention of the CIA, which saw in it potential for applications in intelligence and security, recruiting him to lead this process we talked about. The functioning of the Gateway Process is a combination of mind control techniques, audio frequencies, vibrations, and meditation. The central idea is to manipulate brain waves to suppress the left side of the brain, associated with logical and analytical thinking, and activate the right side, linked with creativity, intuition, and spiritual perception. To achieve this, specific frequencies known as binaural beats were used, which induce a state of hemispheric synchronization when listened to through headphones. This means that both parts of the brain begin to work together more harmoniously, facilitating access to altered states of consciousness. The goal of the Gateway Process is to allow people to access spiritual realms and dimensions beyond ordinary perception without the use of psychedelic substances. An access can have multiple applications, from spiritual growth and self-exploration to potential use in intelligence and information gathering. The Gateway Process is a powerful tool for those seeking to expand their consciousness and explore beyond the limitations of the physical world. It offers a safe and controlled way to achieve heightened states of consciousness without the risks associated with psychedelic substances. During the Cold War, competition between the United States and the Soviet Union fueled the search for unconventional methods to spy and collect valuable data. In this context, the idea of using the human mind as a spy tool began to seem less far-fetched and more plausible. The Gateway Process, with its ability to induce altered states of consciousness and potentially enable out-of-body experiences, offered a way to access information without the need for direct physical contact. Imagine the strategic advantage of being able to mentally travel to inaccessible places, listen to confidential conversations, or collect sensitive data, all without leaving the training room. This, in theory, meant that agents could obtain valuable information without the risk of being detected or captured. The CIA saw in Monroe's techniques a possibility to enter the spiritual realm and use it for their own purposes. This interest not only validated the existence of such methods, but also highlighted the seriousness with which these practices were taken. These were not just spiritual or mystical explorations, but potentially useful tools for national security. The CIA's interest also underscores a deeper truth, the recognition that there is more to reality than meets the eye. By seriously considering these techniques, the agency was, in a sense, admitting the possibility of dimensions and forces beyond the purely physical. This has significant implications, not only for science and technology, but also for our understanding of the nature of reality and human potential. It is important to mention that, although the idea of the CIA using consciousness manipulation techniques may sound like science fiction, there is documentation to support their research in this field. The famous declassified document known as Analysis and Assessment of Gateway Process reveals that the CIA not only explored these techniques, but also attempted to understand and apply the principles behind them. To ordinary people, this CIA interest may seem like confirmation that these practices have a real and tangible foundation, which we can corroborate once we take a look at the incredible conclusions that this experiment yielded. One of the most intriguing conclusions is the idea that if consciousness has the power to create reality, then there must be a perceiver of the universe, a higher force that gives meaning to this experience. This notion points towards the existence of God, a transcendent entity that is beyond the physical and that gives origin and meaning to everything we experience. From this perspective, the gateway process not only opens the doors to spiritual dimensions, but also to a deeper understanding of divinity and existence itself. Another important conclusion is the implication of dualism in the universe. If there is a spiritual realm full of light and expansion, there must also be opposing forces, evil entities such as Satan and demons. This duality raises questions about the balance between good and evil in the universe and the role of each individual in this cosmic struggle. Through the gateway process, it is recognized that reality is more complex than it appears at first glance, and that the confrontation between opposing forces is an inherent part of our experience. The report also suggests a New Age type view of spirituality, where individual consciousness is united with a universal consciousness. This concept implies a deep connection between all beings and the universe itself, and suggests that the separation between the creator and creation is an illusion. This conclusion challenges traditional Christian beliefs about the separation between God and humanity, and raises the possibility of a more inclusive and universal spirituality. These conclusions, although speculative and philosophical, shed light on fundamental aspects of human existence and the nature of the universe. Through the gateway process, a window has been opened to dimensions of reality that go beyond the physical, inviting us to reflect on our place in the cosmos and our connection to something larger than ourselves. However, as we explore the depths of the gateway process and its implications, we must also consider the possible dangers and challenges that may arise when entering the spiritual realm. While these experiences can be eye-opening and transformative, they also carry significant risks that must be approached with caution and discernment. One of the main dangers described is the chaotic and often dangerous nature of the spiritual realm itself. Unlike the physical world, where laws and structures are relatively predictable, the spiritual realm is full of uncertainty and unexpected possibilities. Here, spiritual beings have their own motivations and agendas, which can be difficult to understand or foresee. In this realm, encounters with hostile or negative entities are possible, which can result in frightening or destabilizing experiences for those who are unprepared. Another danger that stands out is the risk of spiritual possession or demonic influence. Upon entering the spiritual realm, individuals may find themselves vulnerable to the influence of evil entities seeking to take advantage of them. These spirits can attempt to possess or parasitize humans, manipulating their thoughts, emotions, and actions for their own dark purposes. This phenomenon is similar to accounts of demonic possession found in various religious and cultural traditions, and represents a real danger to those who venture into the spiritual realm without proper understanding or protection. These dangers underscore the importance of approaching the process of spiritual exploration with wisdom and caution. While it is tempting to look beyond the physical for answers and experiences, it is also crucial to recognize the risks involved and adequately prepare to face them. One of the most important considerations when entering the spiritual realm is to recognize and understand the dangers that may arise on this journey. The spiritual warning reminds us that, although access to the spiritual world can be fascinating and enriching, it also carries significant risks that should not be underestimated. This warning is a reminder that not all spiritual experiences are benevolent or safe, and that it is essential to approach this journey with caution and discernment. This means watching for danger signs, trusting our intuition, and seeking divine guidance every step of the way. Through this process, we are able to explore deeper aspects of ourselves and the universe around us, allowing us to grow spiritually and find greater purpose and meaning in our lives. And if we adopt an attitude of openness and curiosity toward this process, we can discover new perspectives, inner healing, and a greater connection with the divine, thus enriching our human experience and our spiritual journey. Do not hesitate to take these teachings and explore them to take advantage of them in your life. What do you think about this topic? Have you heard about the gateway process? We read you in comments. If you made it this far, I want to thank you for watching the video. If you like this type of content, don't hesitate to support the channel with your like and subscription. I also invite you to take a look at our other videos. I'm sure that more than one will be to your liking. Thank you very much for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.